Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to start a very important and very scoring topic, that is Indian writers in chronology, which is very important for all type of pattern of the questions. So Indian writers in chronology, okay? So do not miss any part of the video. Stay tuned to watch till end. And here is you can join Rising Professor label for all the PDF, PYQs explanation, PDF mock test, MCQs practice for paper 1 and paper 2. And to get the PDF, you have to email here wsm2020@gmail.com. Here is my email. You can simply email for the PDF and the notes. And to practice MCQs or any topic, you can simply join the Telegram channel. Okay. So let's start the class. Let's discuss and let's know who were the Indian writers, major, minor. We will include all with their work. Okay, so let's start the class. Thank you so much for joining, everyone. Stay tuned and subscribe and share. So, Indian writer, Indian English literature from the beginning of Indian writing in English, Indian writing in English started from 19th century, and from earliest till now, the present time. So in earliest time, we will see the important one here. You can see Raja Ram Mohan Roy. Okay, Raja Ram Mohan Roy. Remember the date of birth, DOB, to solve the matchology questions. Okay, so Bengal Renaissance and early nationalist age, we will include all the writers. Okay, from 18th to 19th century and so on. So Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Henry Louis Vivian Derozio, HLB Derozio, Michael Madhusudan Dutt. Here is the DOB. All you have to remember: Bankim Chandra Chatterjee, 1838 to 1894, Toru Dutt, 1856 to 1877. Important, appear in the exam. Rabindranath Tagore, 1861 to 1941. You can cross check. So let me tell you, Toru Dutt was earlier, like from the pre-independence Indian English novelist. Okay, remember, including Ramesh Chandra Dutt, Sri Aurobindo, Sarojini Naidu, Rabindranath Tagore, that is mentioned here, and along with the other novelists or in Indian English. So remember the writer's name. We are running in chronology, so you'll have to remember as per it. In Gandhian and freedom movement era, which was 1900 to 1947, the writers we have Sri Aurobindo, 1872 to 1950, Mahatma Gandhi, 1869 to 1948, Jawaharlal Nehru, 1889 to 1964. All of these writers, all of these Indian writers, because of their some specific work, are popular, and also we study about them as a writer in Indian English. Okay, we can imagine. We all know that Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, Rabindranath Tagore, Sri Aurobindo, Raja Ram Mohan Roy, they have played a very significant role in Indian English because of their work. So their questions appear in the exam. Okay, one or two you will find. Mulk Raj Anand, 1905 to 2004. Bhavani Bhattacharya, 1906 to 1988. R.K. Narayan, 1906 to 2001. Raja Rao, remember, 1908 to 2006. You can remember the same birth here if you will find. G.V. Desani, important. R.K. Narayan, Mulk Raj Anand, Raja Rao, they are very important. 1909 to 2000. Pushwant Singh, 1915 to 2014. Okay. The one who is dark or bold here are very important. The one who, the writers that I have underlined here are, they are also important, but in compared to the bold one. Okay, that's why I have highlighted like this. Kamla Markandeya, 1924. The work is very important. Remember, Nizim Ezekiel, 1924 to 2004. Remember, the both have same year. Okay, so both have the same birth year and the death. You can remember like this. Post independence Indian literature, if we are going to enter, we will find the year 1947 to 1965. Madhukar Krishna Nayak 1926 to 2014. Nayan Tara Sehgal, this is the last moment preparation. It is like a revision to you. Okay. So all the works, if you will see once, you will be able to solve the and identify the writers with their work. So Jayant Mahapatra 1928 to 2023, A.K. Ramanujan 1929 to 1993, U.R. Ananthamurthy 1932, date of birth, V.S. Napal, we have Arun Kulatkar, R. Parthasarthi, Ruskin Bond, very important. Kamala Das, again, it's very important. Ruskin Bond is also important. Dom Morrison. His question was appear in June 2025 or December 2024 exam also. Shashi Deshpande 1938, Anita Desai 1937, and Meenakshi Mukherjee 1937 to 2009. I have mentioned all these writers as per the moment, as per that took place, as per the event. And from the post-independence era, we have K.K. N. Daruwala, again important, Arun Joshi, Bharti Mukherjee, G.V. Patel, and Salman Rushdie. Okay, 1937, 1939. You can remember G.V. Patel and Bharti Mukherjee. They have same birth year. Okay. Now, modern Indian writers. Modern Indian writers, we have the year 1965 to 1990, Manju Kapoor 1948, Aga Shahid Ali 1949 to 2001, Vikram Seth 1952, Rohinton Mistry 1952, they have same year, Shashi Tharoor 1956, Amitabh Ghosh 1956, again you can remember Chitra Banerjee, Diva Karuni 1956, again all these three, Sadhguru 1957, Mahesh Tatani 1958, all these writers are in chronology. Okay, so you have now Upmanyu Chatterjee 1959, Arundhati Roy, very important, 1961, Vikram Chandra 1961, again Anita Nair 1966, Jhumpa Lahiri 1967. Okay. Now, contemporary Indian writers, okay, post 1990. Contemporary Indian writers, Neel Mukherjee 1970, Kiran Desai 1971, Chetan Bhagat, Arvind Adiga 1974, Gitanjali Shri approx 1952, 1960, Sutapa Basu. Is Sutapa Basu contemporary writer? Remember, the year is not clear here. Now, after all these writers, I hope you all have little bit idea about the writers with the ages, moment, and their DOB, their date of birth. Okay, so now let's know. So now let's discuss the writer's work that is important for the exam. So here the first we will take Rabindranath Tagore, the date of birth 1861 to 1941. The first work Chokher Bali 1903. It was a novel that shows the female desire and widowhood. Okay. Gitanjali, Bengali version 1910, it was published, and Gitanjali, the English version 1912, and it was the Nobel Prize winning work. Okay, and that is how he became the first Asian who received this Nobel Prize. Then Gardner 1913, this is already appear in the exam. Small, remember the writer is major, you'll have to focus to solve the matchology questions, the minor work. Okay, minor work of the major writers. So the Gardner 1913. Again, there are a lot more work by him. The Crescent Moon, 1913, Sadhana, the realization of life, 1913, Chitra, 1913, Fruit Gathering, 1916, The Home and the World, 1919. All the works, The Crescent Moon, Sadhana, Chitra, Fruit Gathering. All these works you can remember 1913. Okay, if you can please cross check the year, and if you know, you can simply comment. I will edit the PDF. The Fugitive 1921, The Wreck 1921, Gora 1910. This was the work. This work was appeared in June 2025 in questions. Okay, he was the Nobel Prize winner Rabindranath Tagore in 1930. Remember, we just here are highlighting all the important works, major or minor, including with the year and the writers, Indian writers. Now, Sarojini Naidu. Sarojini Naidu, The Golden Threshold, it is a collection of poems. Like in this collection, you'll find the works like Indian Dancers, okay? Indian dancers. One second. Indian dancers 1905. The Bird of Time 1912. The Broken Wing. Collection of poems again it is, and the Old Woman is work you will find in the Broken Wing collections 1917. The Sceptred Flute. It is also collection of poems 1943 publication. Now Sri Aurobindo. Sri Aurobindo's 1, 2, 3 work you will definitely find in chronology. The Riddle of This World 1909, The Life Divine Part 1 and 2 1914 to 1920 in Arya. The Synthesis of Yoga 1914 to 1918, The Essays on the Gita 1916 to 1920, The Ideal of Human Unity 1918, The Human Cycle 1919, The Future Poetry 1919 to 1920. Okay, remember Savitri, a legend and a symbol 1950 to 51, and also the final edition written from 1916 onwards, and the foundation of Indian culture 1953, which was published posthumously. Okay, remember. Let me clear one thing. His publication year and the written work, it's totally very confusing, because what NTA asks publication year or written, in which year the work specifically has written, it's sometimes confusing. So you have to go through the both year. Okay. Now Mulk Raj Anand, remember Mulk Raj Anand, how important he was. So Mulk Raj Anand 1905 to 2004, untouchable work 1935, in which he has highlighted the story of Bakha Lakha, which is based on untouchability caste system of India. Coolie 1936, very important. Remember the character Munnu. Two Leaves and Bird 1937. In Untouchable, remember the King Chamma, the name, the who narrates the story, the omniscient person. Two Leaves and a Bird 1937. The Village 1939, part 1 of the Lalu trilogy. Okay, remember. Trilogy works are very important. The trilogy 1939 part 1 of the Lalu trilogy. So Mulk Raj Anand's trilogy work is known as Lalu trilogy. Okay. Across the Black Waters 1940, it is the part 2 of the Lalu trilogy. Then the Sword and the Sickle 1942, it is the third part of the Lalu trilogy. So remember Lalu trilogy by Mulk Raj Anand. Okay. Mulk Raj Anand, which is 1939, 1940, just after 1 year, and after 2 year 1942 you will have the third part. So Lalu trilogy. The Big Heart 1945, Seven Summers 1951, first part of his autobiographical series. Okay. Morning Face 1968, it is a semi autobiographical novel which won already Sahitya Academy Award. Okay, this work is. So these are the works by Mulk Raj Anand. Remember, you have to focus Untouchable, Coolie, Two Leaves and Bird, and the trilogy questions, trilogy work, and all the works for match trilogy questions. Okay, now let's see the next writer. Sorry, there are more work by Mulk Raj Anand. Confessions of Lover 1976. It is the second part of his autobiographical series. The Bubble 1984. Death of a Hero 1993. Published posthumously. This work, Death of a Hero, Apology for Heroism. It is a brief autobiography of ideas by Mulk Raj Anand. Okay, so remember. Now, next writer we have R.K. Narayan, the one who created the Malgudi fiction town in South. So he is very important also. Swami and Friends 1935. The Bachelor of Arts 1937, The Dark Room 1938, The English Teacher 1945, 1935, The Bachelor of Arts 1937 and 1938. And 1935, you will have to remember Untouchable work by Mulk Raj Anand. So both Swami and Friends and Untouchable, the same year publication, 1935. Mr. Sampath 1949, The Financial Expert 1952, Waiting for the Mahatma 1955, The Guide, very important work in 1958, which has won Sahitya Academy Award 1960, and The Man Eater of Malgudi 1961. The Vendor of Sweets 1967, The Painter of Science 1976, A Tiger of Malgudi 1983, A Talkative Man 1986, The World of Nagraj 1990, and Grandmother's Mother's Tale 1992. Okay, and also remember the short story collections by R.K. Narayan, which is Malgudi Days 1943, Lolly Road 1956, A Horse and Two Goats 1970. R.K. Narayan was the writer, Indian writer, who was supported by Graham Greene in publishing his works. Okay, so remember this point also. Also, let me tell you the trilogy work by R.K. Narayan. You can also say that it is a semi-autobiographical trilogy by R.K. Narayan. Okay, semi-autobiographical trilogy by R.K. Narayan. The first, Swami and Friends, 1935, The Bachelor of Arts, 1937, and The English Teacher, 1945. Okay, Swami and Friends, it was a R.K. Narayan's debut novel. Okay, debut novel by R.K. Narayan. So remember, in this he has introduced the fictional town called Malgudi. Remember Malgudi, okay? And the character you have here, Swaminathan. Swaminathan, okay? So these are the highlighted points. Then another one we have the Bachelor of Arts, which follows the story of a Chandran. Story of a Chandran who was a young man from the previous book, that is the Swami and Friends. Okay. So here he navigates college in this the Bachelor of Arts college, then love, life and identity. Okay. And another one we have English teacher. The next and the third trilogy English teacher. It focuses on Krishna. It highlights Krishna's life, Krishna's an English teacher. Krishna as a who was an English teacher. It depicts his struggle with grief and finding peace after death of his wife. Okay, remember. So here Swami and Friends, you will find. So in this Swami and Friends, you will find the fiction town called Malgudi and character Swaminathan. Okay, from the eyes of character Swaminathan. Bachelor of Arts, you will find the character Chandran, who enters into college, and R.K. Narayan has highlighted his bachelor college life, love life. The English teacher here, you will find the character Krishna uh, who who struggle with his wife's death. So you can say he was very much about to find peace. Okay, he's struggling with grief of his wife's death, and that is why he is looking for peace. He is search in peace. He is for search in peace. Okay, I hope everything is clear. So I hope all the points clear to you. The three trilogies by R.K. Narayan, Swami and Friends, 1935, The Bachelor of Arts, 1937. The year is important. 1935, 1937, and 1945. Okay, which follows the life from a childhood to adulthood. Okay. Then another writer we have important Raja Rao. The very important work Kanthapura 1938, Untouchable 1935, Swami and Friends 1935, and just after 3 years, if you have to remember Kanthapura 1938, because these works frequently appear in the exam. The Cow of the Barricades, it is a short stories which is published in 1947. The Serpent and the Rope 1960, which has won Sahitya Academy Award in 1964. Okay. The Cat and Shakespeare 1965, Comrade Krillo 1976, The Chess Master and His Moves 1988, On the Ganga Ghat 1989, and The Meaning of India, which is an essay 1996. Okay. So about Rajara, if you'll have to remember, Rajara was a prominent Indian writer known for blending Indian philosophy with the English prose. Okay, the work you will find in Kanthapura, Serpent and the Rope, and you can also remember that he was an Indian Anglian literature. Okay, now let's see the next writer. Next writer we have Kamla Markandeya, 1924 to 2004. Nectar in Sieve, 1954. PYQ. Some Inner Fury, 1955. A Silence of Desire 1960, Possession 1963, A Handful of Rice 1960, The Coffer Dams 1969, The Nowhere Man 1972, Two Virgins 1973, Pleasure City 1982. It was republished as a Shalimar in 1983. Remember, The Golden Honeycomb 1977. So Kamla Markandeya was basically known for writing cultural clash between Indian urban and rural societies. Okay, and the first published novel by Kamla Markandeya was Nectar in Sieve, which was published in 1954. Okay, and this was the best seller in American Library Association Notable Book 1955. American Association. Niraj C. Chaudhary, his masterpiece work, the one and only we all know, The Autobiography of an Unknown Indian 1951, which put him on the long list of all the great Indian writers. So this work appear. A Passage to England 1959, The Continent of Circle 1965, won Duff Cooper Memorial Prize. This work has won the Intellectual in India 1967, To Live or Not to Live 1971, Thy Hand Great Anar 1987, which is a sequel to his first autobiography, Three Horsemen of the New Apocalypse 1997. Okay, so remember the work Autobiography of an Unknown Indian by Niraj C. Chaudhary to prepare in detail. Another writer we have Manohar Malgaonkar. Manohar Malgaonkar, very important for all the exams. Distant Drum 1960, Combat of Shadows 1962. Remember, Manohar Malgaonkar was an Indian author of both fiction and non-fiction. Okay, fiction and non-fiction. Okay, The Princess 1963, A Bend in the Ganges 1964, Spy in Amber 1971, it is an espionage novel. The Devil's Wind 1972, it is a historical novel on Nana Sahib. Cactus Country 1971, non-fiction work. The Garland Keepers 1986 and Roping Names 2005, it is an memoir. Okay, remember. Another one we have Manoj Das. Manoj Das work, A Tiger at Twilight, Mystery of the Missing Cap, The Submerged Valley, it is a short stories. I could not find the right date. Okay, so that's why right here actually, that's why I've not mentioned here. Cyclones and Farewell to a Ghost. Okay. Now let's see another writer, Dom Morris. He is also important for the exam perspective. So Dom Morris poetry, remember the year 1938 to 2004. Poetry, A Beginning 1957. It was his first book of poems which won the Hawthornden Prize. Okay. Second poems 1960. His second book of poems. John Nobody 1965. His third book of poems. Validum and Others 1967, it is a pamphlet of verse. Absency. Absences 1983, it is a collection of poems and collected poems you have 1957 to 1987, it is a compilation of all his poems. Okay, so remember, and in autobiography and memoirs, you will find Gone Away, An Indian Journey 1960. It was his first memoir detailing his travels in India. Then My Son's Father 1968, a second autobiography by Dom Morris. Never at Home 1994, his third memoir released in a different year than Mrs. Gandhi. Okay. Fourth, A Variety of Absences 2003. It is an omnibus edition of his three autobiographical works. Okay. He was also known for his journalism and biography. Remember. So this was the work by Dom Morris and poetry collections. Now let's see the Nissim Ezekiel 1924 to 2004. Nizim Ezekiel's poetry collection, the first, A Time to Change and Other Poems 1952, 60 poems 1953, the third 1959, The Unfinished Man 1960, The Exact Name 1965, already a PYQs, Hymns in Darkness 1976, it is also Latter Day Psalms 1982 and Collected Poems 1952 to 1988. Okay, remember. Here I should have also mentioned, I forgot, I will edit the PDF. Night of the Scorpion by Nizim Ezekiel. Night of the Scorpion, it's very important work by him. Okay, remember 1965, The Patriot 1977, and The Unfinished Man 1960, which is already mentioned here. So remember, okay. Now let's see the next. His translation, Snake Skin and Other Poems 1974. It was the translations of the Marathi poet Indra Sant. Okay. Plays, he has three plays. 1969 includes Nalini, Marriage Poem, and The Sleepwalkers. Okay. And The Song of Deprivation 1969. Okay. Then another one we have Jayant Mahapatra 1928 to 2023. Early career and major works: 1971, Close the Sky 10 by 10 and Swamvara and Other Poems. 1976, you have A Father's Arts and A Reign of Rights. 1979, you have Waiting. 1980, The False Start and Relationship. 1983, Life Sings. 1986, It's Life Science. 1986, Dispossessed Nest. 1987, Selected Poems, and 1988, Burden of Waves and Fruit, and 1989, Temple. 1992, A Whiteness of a Bone. So these are the works, early career and early major works by Jayant Mahapatra. Okay, sorry for the tongue of twist. Later and collected works by Jayant Mahapatra. Remember, 1995, The Best of Jayant Mahapatra. 1997, Shadow Space. 2000, Bare Face. 2005, Random Descent. 2009, The Lie of Dawn's poem 1974 to 2008. Land 2013, 2017 collected poems he has, and rereading Jayant Mahapatra, which was a selected poems 2022. Okay. He was the first Indian English poet to win Sahitya Academy Award in English poetry. He also served as the editor of the literary magazine called Chandrabhaga. Okay. Remember. Another important writer, A.K. Ramanujan, one, two question always appear. He was known for his work as a poet, translator, and scholar of linguistics and folklore. And also he was known for translations and cultural essays. Okay. Original poetry by A.K. Ramanujan, we have The Striders 1966, Important Relations 1971, Selected Poems 1976, Second Sight 1986, The Collected Poems of A.K. Ramanujan 1995, published posthumously. A.K. Ramanujan Samagra Complete Kannada Works 2011, posthumously it was published, okay, after his death. Another writer we have Kamla Das, very, very important. So we all know and have detailed studied about Kamla Das. Kamla Das was an influential Indian poet, and also she has been compared with the American confessional poet Sylvia Plath. Okay, Sylvia Plath. So she somehow portrayed all her desire, a woman's perspective, woman's desire throughout his work, like based on sexuality, identity, freedom of women, and she used to write both in English and Malayalam. Okay, she is also that's just I told you that she has been compared as a she has been compared with Sylvia Plath because she was also a confessional poet. The grief, the pain, the struggle they have been throughout their life, they had shown in their work. So she is celebrated for her confessional style, Indian confessional style in all her work. For example, including his biography, which is My Story, and in Malayalam, it is known as Ente Katha. Okay, remember Ente Katha, Summer in Calcutta. All these are very important. So here, English works, poetry, fiction, and autobiography by Kamla Das. The Sirens, it is a poetry 1964. Summer in Calcutta, it is also poetry 1965. The Descendants 1967. The Old Playhouse and Other Poems in 1973. My Story, it is an autobiography 1976. Ente Katha. Alphabet of Lost novel 1977. The Stranger Time poetry 1977. Tonight, The Savage Writer. This is the poetry with Pritish Nandi, 1979. Then the Annamalai poems, 1985. Only the Soul Knows How to Sing, 1996. And here you have Padmavati the Harlot and Other Stories. It is a short stories, 1992. My Mother at 66, 1999. Ya Allah, 2001. Okay. Malayalam works as Madhvi Kutti. She was known as her real name Madhavi Kutti. Hanuppu, Cold, Short Stories 1967, Ente Katha here, autobiography, which is my story in English translated. So it is an autobiography. All the works of Malayalam, Palayan, Manomi, Chandana, Marang, Memories of Childhood, it is a memoir 1987, Sandalwood Trees, it is a novel 1988, Manomi, it is a novelette 1988, Palayan novel, it is 1990. Then you have short stories, Ne Payasam, 1991. Here it is also a novel. Daya Rikuri Pukkal novel. It is also a novel 1992. Neer Mathalam Puthakalam novel 1994. Chekaruna Pashikal short stories. It is 1996. I'm trying. Okay, please don't laugh. Then another important writer you have Arun Kulatkar. Remember, you have to remember the minor works of all the Indian writers, and if the writer is major, then you have to be little bit get into the detail. Okay, so minor works of all the major writers, highlights, highlights, and all the works writers and their DOB. So Arun Kolatkar, 1930 to 2004, Jejuri work is very important. His first major book of English poetry, which won the Commonwealth Poetry Prize in 1977. This established his reputation. You know, this work, Jejuri, by Arun Kolatkar, established him and his reputation in Indian English literature. Okay, this poem explores the titular town in Maharashtra. Arun Kolatkar, Arun Kolatkarच्या Kavita, 1977. Oh my God, how difficult! Is his first collection of poetry written in Marathi. Kala Ghoda Poems 2004, published shortly before his death. Okay, this is a sequence of plays poems centered on Mumbai's art district. So important work, Jejuri, must not forget to prepare about this. Then you have Sarpa Satra, a long narrative poem published simultaneously with Kala Ghoda. Okay, just shortly before his death. Bhijki Wahi, 2004, a posthumously published Marathi work that earned him the prestigious Sahitya Academy Award in 2005. Chiri Miri, 2004, another collection of Marathi poems published posthumously. Drone, 2004, it is a third posthumous collection of Marathi poetry released that same year. Okay. The Boat Ride and Other Poems. It is also published a posthumous collection edited by Arvind Krishna Mehrotra, gathering previously uncollected English poems and translations. And Collected Poems in English 2010. It is a comprehensive anthology that brought together his 4 English volumes into a single book. So, which is known as the Collected Poems in English, which is in 2010. So, these are the important works and highlights by Arun Koladkar. Okay. Now, Shiv K. Kumar. Articulate Silence 1970, Cobwebs in the Sun, Subterfuges, and The Bone Sprayer. I did not find the year, so I have not included. G.V. Patel, important. G.V. Patel, he was a renowned Indian poet, playwright, painter, and physician. His poems 1966, How Do You Withstand Body 1976, and Mirroring 1991, notably the widely studied poem on killing a tree. We all have studied about this poem. Patel, J.V. Patel wrote 3 plays, which is Princess 1971, Savaksa 1982, and Mr. Behram 1987. So these are the 3 important plays by J.V. Patel. Okay. Eunice D'Souza we have now. She was a prominent Indian poet, literary critic, novelist, and a long-serving English literature professor at St. Xavier's College, Mumbai. Collection of poems including Poems 1966, How Do You Withstand Body 1976. I think there is something wrong, right? The same thing here is mentioned. The work that is about the G.V. Patel. Okay, I will edit this PDF, everybody. Okay, so let's skip this. Poetry collection by her, if we can, here it is, you can see Women in Dutch Painting 1988, Fix 1979, Ways of Belonging 1990, Selected and New Poems 1994, A Necklace of Skulls 2009, Learn from the Almond Leaf 2016, and Volcano, the collected poems of Eunice D'Souza, posthumously published in 2025. Okay, and the plays by her, Princess 1977. I think these are the work by There is something wrong. Yes. Okay. So these are the works by Eunice D'Souza, and here it is mentioned by G.V. Patel. So I will edit the PDF. Okay. Maybe it happens when all together we will have to prepare all the content. Now here edited anthologies and other works by Eunice D'Souza. Okay, so Eunice D'Souza edited numerous anthologies and published other works, including 9 Indian Women Poets 1997, Talking Poems 2001, 101 Folk Tales from India 2004, and Parda 2004. Okay, she also co-edited Women's Voices 2004, edited Early Indian Poetry in English 2005, and published the Sathi Andhan Family Album 2005. Okay, so later works by Eunice D'Souza, including the Sky 2008 and co-editing These My Words 2012. Okay, so remember this part I will edit by G.V. Patel. Novels by G.V. Patel you can remember Danger Lok 2001 and Dev and Simran 2003. Okay. Dilip Chitre we have now. Dilip Chitre was a bilingual writer. Chitre was highly regarded for his writing in both Marathi and English language. Okay, as a translator, he was most famous for his English translation of the 17th century Marathi Bhakti poet Tukaram's Abhangs, which is a devotional poem. Very important. This is already Tukaram appear in the exam. Published as Says Tuka, received the Sahitya Academy Translation Prize in 1994 for Says Tuka. Remember, this is very very important. I found this in a previous year question paper, so I included. As a filmmaker, Chitri directed the acclaimed Marathi film Godam 1983, which won the Prix Special du Jury at the Festival des Trois Continents in Nantes, France in 1984. Okay, educator and activist, he was the co-founder that influential little magazine Shabd with Arun Kolatkar and Ramesh Samarth. Okay, so remember. Original works and poetry collection in Marathi by Dilip Chitre. We have Kavita, which is poetry 1960, Orpheus 1968, Shiba Ranichia, what is this? Shodhat 1969, Kavita, it is written in Marathi now. Kavite Nantarchya Kavita, Poems After Poetry, 1978, Tirkas Ani Chaukas, 1980, Chavya, 1983. These are the Marathi collections, okay? Daha by Daha, 10 by 10, 1983. Mithu Mithu, Porat Ani Sutak, 1989. I am speaking Marathi now. So these are the poetry collections by Marathi poetry collections by Dilip Chitre. Okay, English. In English version, Ambulance Ride 1972, Traveling in a Cage 1980, The Mountain 1998, and Post Climatic Love Poems 2005. Okay, and Dilip Chitre as translator. Dilip Chitre as translator, you remember, Dilip Chitre translated numerous works including an anthology of Marathi poetry 1945 to 1965. Says Tukar, it is a translation of Tukaram's poems 1991. Shri Jana Dev's Anubhav Amrit 1996. Virus Alert poems of Hemant Dived 2003 and Namdev Dhasal, poet of the underground 2007. These are the translation by Dilip Chitre. Now we have Agha Shahid Ali. 1949 to 2001. The Beloved Witness, The Country Without a Post Office 1997 and Call Me Ismail Tonight. These are the works by Agha Shahid Ali. Vikram Seth, poetry collections you have Mapping 1980, The Humble Administrator's Garden 1985, All You Who Sleep Tonight 1990, Beastly Tales from Here and There 1992. Okay. The poems 1981, 1994, the collected poems 1999, The Revered Earth and the Summer Requiem 2015. Novels by Vikram Seth you have very important. The Golden Gate 1986, A Suitable Boy very very important for the exam 1993, and Equal Music 1999, A Suitable Girl 2015. Non-fiction work by him Vikram Seth, From Heaven Lake 1983 and Two Lives 2005. If I have missed, I know I have missed many works. If you find, you can add, but do must prepare. Okay. Then another writer, Arundhati Roy, very, very important. The God of Small Things, 1997, her debut novel, which won the Booker Prize for her. The Ministry of Utmost Happiness, 2017. It was her second novel published 20 years after her first. Okay, remember. Mother Mary Comes to Me, 2025, a recent memoir. It was a memoir and a novel. So the first God of Small Things, remember the character of the work, very important. The town, name of the town, everything highlight of this work you have to remember of Arundhati Roy. Major non-fiction collection by Arundhati Roy we have here. I have included. You can have or you can take a screenshot. The Cost of Living, 1991, Power Politics, 2000, Algebra of Infinite Justice, 2002, War Talk, 2003, and Ordinary Person's Guide to Empire, 2004, The Shape of the Beast, 2008, and the remaining work you can simply get into that. Another important writer, these writers we can see that they are not as important as the British we prepare for, but one two exam questions now definitely appear, and we try to find out that which work, who is the writer. So this is happened. Jeet Tayal, we have poetry collections Gemini 1992, Apocalypse 1997, English 2004. These errors are correct 2008. Collected poems 2015, and I'll have it here. It is a forthcoming recent work by Jeet Tayal. So remember, novels. It is the Bombay Trilogy and Narcopolis 2012, The Book of Chocolate Saints 2017, Low 2020, Names of the Women 2021, and The Elsewhere Ants, a documentary novel to June 2025. Okay. As an editor, you have to get it in the work. Seven Stories 1997 gives a sea change and it shall change. 56 Indian poets in 2025 he has included. Divided Time, India and the End of Diaspora 2006. The Bloodex Book of Contemporary Indian Poets 2008 and 60 Indian Poets 2008. Okay, remember. Now let's see the another writer, Arundhati Subramaniam. Remember, this is the Indian writer's chronology, work, major, minor, everything included in this PDF. Arundhati Subramaniam, important. Poetry collections on Cleaning Bookshelves 2001. It was a debut poetry collection that explores the identity and urban life. Second, Where I Live, New and Selected Poems 2006. It combines earlier and new poems that reflects on belonging and selfhood. Okay. When God is a Traveler 2010, this work explores mythology, spirituality, and inner journeys. Sahitya Academy Award winner this work is. Adulterous City 2014. This work focuses on intimacy, desire, and emotional complexities of urban living. Okay. Love Without a Story 2018. It examines various shades of love, human and divine. Monsoon Poem 2023. This work continues her reflections on divinity, love, and feminine spirit. Okay. So these are the works by Arundhati Subramaniam. Okay. Poetry collection Where I Live 2009. I think we have already discussed Where I Live, so it is in short. Prose, remember, the Book of Buddha 2012, it is a meditative exploration of the life and teachings of Buddha. Women who wear only themselves. It is a conversations with four travelers on sacred journeys 2021 year. It is reflective prose blending spirituality and dialogue. And as an editor, she has worked Pilgrims India 2005. It is an anthology of writings on sacred journeys across India, talking poems, Conversations with Poets 2010. It is an interview with contemporary Indian poets. Eating God, a book of Bhakti poetry 2014, anthology of devotional poetry from Indian mystical traditions. Okay, so as an editor, prose writer, and poetry works, everything with highlighter is mentioned here by Arundhati Subramaniam. Okay, now let's see the next writer, Abhay. He was known as a poet, diplomat, and for cultural diplomacy. He is the writer of the widely recognized Earth Anthem, which has been translated into over 150 languages, as well as anthems for the Moon, Mars, and Venus. Okay, editor and translator he has worked. He has edited several anthologies such as 100 Great Indian Poems and the Book of Bihari Literature. He has also translated classical Sanskrit text, including Kalidasa's Meghdut and Ritu Samhara into English. Okay. Poetry collection. He is the author of over a dozen poetry books, including Monsoon 2022, The Seduction of Delhi 2014, The Eight-Eyed Lord of Kathmandu 2018, and non-fiction work by Abhay K. His book Nalanda, How It Changed the World 2025 is a national bestseller non-fictional work by Abhay K. Okay. Now Meena Kandasamy. Meena Kandasamy work we have. I think in this PDF I have included the Dalit writer's work also. So let's see. Meena Kandasamy poetry collection Touch 2006, Miss Militancy 2010, novels by her were The Gypsy Gorgeous 2014, When I Hit You 2017, Exquisite Cadavers 2019, and in non-fiction works and numerous essays and op-eds for publications like The Guardian and the New York Times. Okay. Now another important writer, Mahesh Dattani, work are important. Where There Is a Will, 1988. Let me give you a brief about Mahesh Dattani. So Mahesh Dattani is an award-winning Indian playwright, okay, stage director and filmmaker. He was the first English language playwright to receive the prestigious Central Sahitya Academy Award in 1988. Remember? His works are important specifically, I will mention here, Dance Like a Man, important work, Dance Like a Man, bravely fought the Queen on a muggy night in Mumbai. Tara, Mahesh Tatani, very important. 30 days in September and the big fat city. Okay. Tara is very important. Bravely fought the Queen 1991. Final Solutions 1993. On a muggy night in Mumbai 1998. Seven Circles Round the Fire 1998. It is a radio play for the BBC, which is also known as Seven Steps Around the Fire. Okay. 30 Days in September 2001, The Girl Who Touched the Stars 2007, Brief Candle 2009, Where Did I Leave My Parda 2012, The Big Fat City 2012, Gohar 2016, Snapshots of a Fervid Sunrise 2017, Untouchable 2020. Remember, there is another work, Untouchable 1935 by Mulk Raj Anand. Okay. So don't get confused. Dance Like a Goddess 2024. Okay. And as a film directed, Mango Soffer 2002, adapted from his play On a Muggy Night in Mumbai. Dance Like a Man 2003, it is also adapted from his play of the same name. Morning Raga 2004, Ek Alag Mausam, a different season, it is also he has directed. Okay. Now Shashi Deshpande, again important. Shashi Deshpande novels you remember, The Dark Holds No Terror 1980, If I Die Today 1982, Roots and Shadows 1983, Come Up and Be Dead 1985, That Long Silence 1988, which is the winner of Sahitya Academy Award, The Binding Mind 1992, A Matter of Time 1996, A Small Remedies 2000, Moving On 2004, In the Country of Deceit 2008, Shadow Play 2013, Strangers to Ourselves 2015. Okay, short story collection The Legacy and Other Stories 1978, It Was Dark 1986, The Miracle and Other Stories 1986, It Was the Nightingale 1986, The Intrusion and Other Stories, Collected Stories Volume 1 2003 and Collected Stories Volume 2 2004. Okay, so these are the works by Shashi Deshpande. Children's book by Shashi Deshpande and collected essays, A Summer Adventure, The Hidden Treasure, The Only Witness and the Narayanpur Incident. Okay, these are the children's book. Collected essays you can remember, Writing from the Margin and Other Essays 2003, Subversions, Essay on Life and Literature 2021. Okay, so I hope is the work is clear. Now Ruskin Bond. Ruskin Bond is a renowned Anglo-Indian author. Born in 1934, best known for his simple, evocative stories set in the Himalayan foothills, he has written over 500 short stories, essays, and novels primarily for children. Okay, Ruskin Bond. Remember, key facts about Ruskin Bond you can get into major works: The Room on the Roof, A Flight of Pigeons, Our Trees Still Grow in Dehra. Themes that he had explored in his work: nature, childhood, life in the hills of Mussoorie and Dehradun. Okay. Awards he has received: Sahitya Academy Award, the Padma Shri and the Padma Bhushan, and he continues to live and write in London, Mussoorie and India. There should be an okay. Novels and novellas by Ruskin Bond. The Room on the Roof 1956. It was his first novel which won the John Llewellyn Rice Prize. Okay. Vagrants in the Valley 1987. It is a sequel to The Room on the Roof. Man Eater of Manjari 1975. Love is a Sad Song 1976. The Hidden Pool 1978. A Flight of Pigeons. It is a historical novella set during the Indian Rebellion of 1857. Okay. Cricket for the Crocodile 1986, Delhi is not far 1994, and Susanna's Seven Husband 2011. Short story collection by Ruskin Bond, Our Trees Still Grow in Dehra 1992. This work awarded the Sahitya Academy Award in 1992, okay, the same year. Autobiographical works, Scenes from a Writer's Life 1997, Roads to Missouri 2005, Lone Fox Dancing, My Autobiography 2017, and A Song of India 2019, okay. So these are the short story collections, highlights, and important work by Ruskin Bond. Now, Amitabh Ghosh, very important writer. He is an internationally acclaimed Indian writer of fiction and non-fiction, known for exploring the themes of colonialism, migration, identity, and most recently the climate crisis. Okay, he is the first English language author to win India's highest literary honor, the Janpith Award 2018. Okay, novels and fiction by Amitabh Ghosh, The Circle Reason, 1986, The Shadow Lines 1988, The Calcutta Chromosome 1995, winner of the Arthur C. Clarke Award, The Glass Palace 2000, The Hungry Tide 2004, Sea of Poppies 2008. It is the first book of the Ibis trilogy. River of Smoke 2011, after 3 years, second book of the trilogy. Flood of Fire 2015, it is the third book of the trilogy. Okay, remember, very important, this is the trilogy work appear in the exam. Gun Island 2019. Non-fiction work, In an Antique Land 1992, Dancing in Cambodia at Large in Burma 1998, The Imam and the Indian 2002, Incendiary Circumstances 2005, The Great Derangement, Climate Change and the Unthinkable 2016, Jungle Nama, A Story of the Sundarbans 2021, The Nutmeg Curse, Parables for a Planet in Crisis 2021, and Smoke and Ashes, which highlights a writer's journey through opium's hidden histories 2023. So these are the non-fiction work by Amitabh Ghosh, which is very important for the exam. Okay. Now another writer we have Arvind Adiga. Arvind Adiga is an Indian writer and journalist. He gained international fame when his debut novel The White Tiger, very important, won the 2008 Man Booker Prize. Okay. The novels by Arvind Adiga, The White Tiger 2008, winner of the Man Booker Prize, Last Man in Tower 2011, Selection Day 2016, and Amnesty 2020. Okay. Short story collection by Arvind Adiga, Between the Assassinations 2008. It is a collection of 12 interlinked stories set in the fictional town of Kittur. Remember, published in India shortly after The White Tiger. Okay. Khushwant Singh, very important. He was a prominent Indian author, lawyer, diplomat, journalist, and politician. Khushwant Singh, best known for his secularist views, sharp wit, and extensive writings on Indian politics, society, and history. His novel Train to Pakistan, very important work, remains his most famous work, offering a poignant portrayal of the 1947 partition of India and Pakistan. Okay. Novels, Train to Pakistan 1956, 1956, I Shall Not Hear the Nightingale 1959, Delhi a Novel 1990, The Company of Women 1999, Burial at Sea 2004, and The Sunset Club 2010. Okay, short story collection by Kushwant Singh. So Kushwant Singh published several short story collections throughout his career, beginning with The Mark of Vishnu and Other Short Stories 1950. Okay, so remember, The Voice of God and Other Stories 1957, A Bride for the Sahib and Other Stories 1967, Black Jasmine 1971, and The Collected Stories of Kushwant Singh 1989. History and non-fiction work, if we will see by Kushwant Singh, so we will find History of Sikhs 1953 and a two-volume A History of Sikhs 1963. We Indians 1993 and The End of India 2003. These are the non-fiction and historical work by Kushwant Singh. I hope everything is clear to you. Now let's see the next writer. Next writer we have Amrita Pritam. In one video, you are getting all the Indian writers' chronological work, novel, drama, plays, poem, collections. So Amrita Pritam, she was a leading Indian novelist, essayist, and poet, widely regarded as the first prominent woman writer in Punjabi literature. Okay, so poetry collection by Amrita Pritam. Remember the year. Amrit Lehran, Immoral Waves 1936, Lok Pira, The People's Anguish 1944, Sunehre, Its Messages 1955, which earned her the Sahitya Academy Award, this work. Yuninja, Din, 49 Days 1979, Kagas De Canvas, The Paper and the Canvas 1981, for which she received the Bharatiya Jnanpith Award. Other poetry collections by Amrita Pritam, remember, here are it is mentioned. Jinda Jiwan, Tre Dhol Phul, O Geeta Walia, Badlam De Lali. These are the works written in Punjabi. Punjab Di Awaj, Ashok Cheti, Kasturi, Nagmani. Novels by her, Pinjar is very important. The Skeleton, 1950, which was later adapted into a film. Okay, Pinjar movie, if you remember. Then we have Jilwata, 1968. Other novels include Dr. Dev, पूरे कागज, 49 दिन, धरती, सागर और सीपियां, रंग का पत्ता, दिल्ली की गलियां, 13वां सूरज, यात्री एंड हरदत का जिंदगी नामा. ओके, ऑटोबायोग्राफीज बाय अमृता प्रीतम, काला गुलाब, ब्लैक रोज 1968, रसीदी टिकट, रेवेन्यू स्टैम्प 1976 and the shadows of words 2004. Okay, Jhumpa Lahiri, the diaspora writer, very important. Jhumpa Lahiri is celebrated as British American author known for her insightful stories and novels that illuminate the immigrant experience, cultural clash, and identity struggle of first and second generation Indian Americans. Okay, he is the diaspora writer. Remember, if any of you have not watched the diaspora literature work video, I have uploaded already. You can go and watch. Jhumpa Lahiri, she gained widespread recognition when her debut work, the short story collection Interpreter of Maladies, won the 2000 Pulitzer Prize for Fiction. Okay, so this work is very important. Fiction work by Jhumpa Lahiri, Interpreter of Maladies 1999, The Namesake 2003, Unaccustomed Earth 2008, and The Lowland 2013. Dalit writers now. So these were, I hope, from the Raja Ram Mohan Roy and Jhumpa Lahiri, all the major minor Indian writers with their work in chronology. I have tried to include, if any work or any writer, if I have missed, which I think I have missed, so you can let me know. But all these at least you will prepare now. You will be able to get to the point. Okay. So shall we start the Dalit writer? I think Dalit writer, I'll have to go for the separate video because from we have a female and male Dalit writers, and also how Dalit literature started in India. So we have to go through the detail. So how do you like this class? If you want such a class for all the American literature, British literature, Australian literature, so do comment. I will bring. This is the month of revision only. I hope you all have started. So this is for the revision. Thank you so much for joining everyone. Do take care of yourself and let's meet in the next class. I am active and uploading everyday video at 8 every day at 8. Okay, 8 p.m. MCQs practice. Yesterday I shared 30 questions for paper 1 on Telegram channel, 30 MCQs, and paper 1 MCQs, more than 100 questions I'm preparing. Maybe by tomorrow or the day after tomorrow I will bring. So stay tuned with the channel. Do share and join to get the PDF of all the classes and notes. Okay. When I started studying about Dalit literature, one thing I find very common, and you think you will also, once you will start get into the Dalit literature, Dalit word itself portraying a lots of stories, right? So Dalit literature started when people of Dalit community, they started feeling like humiliated, you can say, or you can feel they were feeling like ignorance by the societies, or you can also say that they were being what are the words that we use to define. So the people started like feeling they were outcast, like marginalized, or because of they started feeling oppressed. Why? Because societies were not accepting the way they are. They have a on every step they started feeling that everybody from the upper class people, they are trying to humiliate them So that is why Dalit literature, if you will get into that, you will realize once you will study this that all the writers, whether it's male or female, they have somehow showed their personal life grief, what they have been through the society, okay, how they have been humiliated, they outcast, disfranchised, oppressed. Okay, so Dalit English literature is not just a genre, but it is a social movement in itself, highlighting their pain, resistance, and empowerment. Empowerment of the particular community, and that particular community is Dalit. Okay, Dalit. So all the writers, majorly if we will study, they are the Dalit writers. They biography, majorly you will have to focus that which is the first biography written by the male Dalit writer or the female Dalit writer, because this is the question already appear in the exam. So you have to remember, because majorly all the writers have written their biography, and biography in the sense they have portrayed their life story, their struggle. So it is little bit confusing. In June 2025, I have cleared. So I will clear this now also. Okay, in this PDF, everything you will find. So Dalit literature entered the Indian mainstream through the English translations of Marathi Dalit writings. Okay, so in Marathi, the Dalit literature was already started by different people, and when this work, this was the regional language, and when this work once translated into English, people now getting aware about their circumstances, their struggle, and now people started raising the voices. So this shift was marked by influential work such as, you can remember, Anthology of Dalit Literature. Okay, this work was edited by Mulk Raj Anand and Eleanor Zeliot. Remember, Anthology of Dalit Literature. And Poisoned Bread, it is a collection of modern Dalit Marathi literature. Okay, so initially this work published in three separate volumes. How many? Three separate volumes. And these writings were later compiled into single volume, yani one single volume, edited by Arjun Dangle in 1992. So what you have to remember, Dalit literature initially, the Marathi literature, once it translated into English, and the work was Anthology of Dalit Literature edited by Mulk Raj Anand and Eleanor Zeliot, and Poisoned Bread, both the work, they published in single volume, which was edited by Arun Dangle in 1992. So after the publication and translation of these works, the people throughout the country, now they were getting aware that what is actually and how the people living in such a situation. Okay, so Poison Bread, I have studied this. Poison Bread is the collection that takes its title from a powerful short story by Bandhu. Okay, Bandhu Madhav. Remember, Poison Bread. The story revolves around Yestalya Aja, who was a Mahar who is cruelly forced to eat a stale bread. Stale bread, that in Indian language we say na basi roti. So stale bread contaminated with dung and urine. Okay. So Bandhu Madhav forced to eat stale bread that was actually contaminated with dung and urine, which was totally, you can understand how the situation would be, ultimately leading to his death. Before dying, Aja urges his grandson to pursue education and liberate the Mahars from the humiliation symbolized by the poisoned bread. So you can see that from this how the story of Dalit literature or Dalit writers, or you can say getting education or taking education, started. Okay, so I hope this point is clear to you. Now, after this was the story, it was I have mentioned to make it clear, to make you understand. Now, Dalit literature refers to the body of writings. Now, where we will enter. So, Dalit literature refers to the body of writings produced by Dalit writers. Okay, specifically, it is a literature produced by a separate community that was marginalized by the society, that articulates the experience of oppressed caste, outcast, you can say, in India, particularly those historically referred to as untouchable. untouchable work by Mulk Raj Anand, 1935. You can remember in that work we have Mulk Raj Anand tried to portray the same situation by the story of Bakha Lakha. Okay, so this literature often challenges caste-based discrimination, which explores identity, resistance, and dignity, and pushes for social justice. So now, after why it started, the people started feeling humiliated and they outcast, oppressed by the society. So the people started revealing their stories, their struggle of being a Dalit people. Okay, Dalit people, and they, by writing these, what thing you are getting, that they are somehow asking for social justice, they are asking for justice. Okay, so that is, you can remember and get to the point. Now, though Dalit literature originally emerged in regional languages like Marathi, Tamil, Telugu, and Hindi, it was a significant body of Dalit writing in English and has also developed, especially post 1990s. Okay, so this story is also said that Indian people were we all have been colonized by the Britishers, but what we will do now, that our people, they are making their slaves. We are the slaves of our own people. We are the slaves of our own people. So there is no Mahatma Gandhi, there is no Subhash Chandra Bose, there is no Jawaharlal Nehru or any other freedom fighters who are here to fight for us. But it is our education, it is now it's on ourselves that how we take and fight for social justice. Now you understand now what I'm saying? So now Dalit literary movement has started. Origin and development, let's see. The key moment, Dalit Panthers. Once the regional language, in regional languages, Dalit writers started portraying their stories, their struggle stories. So there is they come Dalit Panther movement started, okay, which was in 1972, formed in Maharashtra, that was inspired by the Panther movement of the USA. It was also the similar based, that the way we know the Harlem Renaissance, the people fight for the culture, the way we have seen the many the reformers they have done in our Indian society to remove the or to discard the sati pratha or whatever they have. So these are the type of like that. Okay, now, founders of Dalit Panthers, we have, remember, Namdev Dhasal, J.V. Pawar, and others. So we have three. I will here clear this. Namdev Dhasal and J.V. Pawar, and there were one also. Maybe I have mentioned. Yes, it's Raja Dhale. Namdev Dhasal, J.V. Pawar, and Raja Dhale was three included in Dalit Panthers movement and founders. So later, one of them left the. So only two named as a founder of Dalit Panther we know. Okay. Now all these things started in regional language and mostly in Marathi, but later all of them inspired in English writers. Okay. The major minor Dalit writers, if we will see, the first one and very important, we have Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Okay, B.R. Ambedkar. Major works, Annihilation of Caste, 1936. This work is very, very, very important. Then, who were the Shudras, 1946, and the Untouchable, 1948, Future of Parliamentary Democracy, 1953, the Buddha and his Dharma, 1957. All the works appear in the chronology in previous exams. Okay. So all this, the focus of Ambedkar was to, by writing all these works, to bring social reform, remove or discard caste discrimination, focus on Buddhism and Indian constitution. So these were the major highlights by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Okay. Another writer we have Om Prakash Valmiki. Om Prakash Valmiki. One thing, let me clear. In exam, they ask that which Dalit writer, they ask the regional language. Okay, so for example, if we will, they will give the question, Om Prakash Valmiki writes in which language? So it is Hindi, Marathi, Tamil, Telugu. So you have to remember that. So that is why I have mentioned here everything. because I saw the question in previous year exam. So Om Prakash Valmiki, Hindi, 1950 to 2013. Key works Jutan. It's very important work, A Dalit's Life. It is an autobiography that is based on Om Prakash Valmiki's life itself, a caste operation, and shows the Dalit identity. Okay. Daya Pawar we have. Daya Pawar wrote in Marathi 1935 to 1996. Key works, remember, Baluta 1978. It is also an autobiographical Dalit narrative, urban caste struggle. This work highlights Baby Tai Kamble, Gina Amucha, 1986. The Prisons We Broke. It was a translation in 2008. This work is Gina Amucha. A focus on Dalit feminism, caste patriarchy, and intersectionality. Sharan Kumar Limble, we have keywords Akarmashi, The Outcast. Okay, original title, translated title, The Outcast, 2003. Towards an Aesthetic of Dalit Literature. Okay, 2004. The focus was on Dalit aesthetics, autobiography, and literary theory. Remember, Namdev Dhasal's work, he also wrote in Marathi 1949 to 2014. Gol Pitha work is major. 1972. In the same year, Dalit Panther movement started, and Murk Mahatrain 2003. Okay, so his focus was on Dalit poetry, activism, and politics. Bama Faustina Susairaj, so majorly be known as Bama. Language wrote in Tamil but translated later into English. Okay, so Tamil initially you have to remember. Okay. Key works, remember, Karukku 1992, translated as Lakshmi Homestorm, and Sangati 1994. The major focus of Bama was Christian Dalit experience to highlight Christian Dalit experience, women's oppression, and Tamil Dalit feminism. Okay. Now, Sivakami Tamil, we have Sivakami Tamil. In another PDF now, I have mentioned separately the male Dalit writer first and then the female writer. One second, I will have to bring that only writer separate class, I guess. No problem. I'll see if I can. It's up to my time. So Sivakami Tamil, The Grip of Change 1988. Okay. Author's note. The focus was on gender and caste, political assertion and narrative resistance. Then we have Kancha Ilaya Shepherd. Remember, it is also important. Why I'm Not a Hindu, 1996. Post Hindu India 2009. Written majorly in English and Telugu. Dalit Bahujan theory, socio-political critique, and education. These were the major highlights content in the work we will find. Raj Gautam, we have Raj Gautaman Tamil. He wrote the work in Tamil, key works Dalit history, culture and politics, subaltern studies essays, and the focus we will find majorly Tamil Dalit intellectual tradition and historiography. So one thing is clear that all the Dalit writers focus was on highlighting the Dalits oppression, Dalits caste, Dalits struggle, okay, Dalit people's struggle. So remember this. Meena Kandasamy, work Touch 2006, Miss Militancy 2010, and When I Hit You 2017. Okay. She has highlighted feminism, caste, language politics, and resistance writing. Then we have G. Kalyan Rao in written in Telugu. Works you have Untouchable Spring 2000. Okay, Untouchable Spring 2000. The focus was on Telugu Dalit experience, cultural resistance, and oral narratives. Then we have Ravi Kumar. Ravi Kumar, important work Venomous Touch, 2009. Editor the Oxford India Anthology of Tamil Dalit Writing, 2012. Written the work in Tamil, and the focus was on Dalit literature in translation, editorial activism, and Marxist Dalit dialogue. Okay. Urmila Pawar, we have Urmila Pawar, key works. You have to remember The View of My Life. Very important. A Dalit woman's memoir. This work is an autobiography. Original title it's Aidan 2003. They will ask you the original title, regional title if they have written, and in which language all these writers wrote their work. So all these things these are the pointers that you have to remember about the Dalit writers. Okay. Don't get confused. Now here, let me clear Raja Dhale. Raja Dhale, the full name is Raja Ram Piraji Dhale. Marathi language he wrote majorly 1940 to 2009. Okay, he was one of the co-founders. Here I have mentioned one of the co-founders along with Namdev Dhasal and J.V. Pawar of the movement Dalit Panthers 1972. Key works he has given Kala Swatantra Din, Swatantra Din, that is Black Independence Day 1972, and his focus was on he was majorly popular as co-founder of Dalit Panthers. Okay, Dalit Panthers. Okay, so now from this PDF, I will discuss this PDF was just in yesterday's class. The Indian writer. Okay, so female Dalit writer, I would like to clear that several prominent female Dalit writers have emerged along with the male one. So their time period was late 20th century to early 21st century. Okay, and you have to remember their biography specifically. They have used their writing to challenge caste-based discrimination and patriarchal norms. Again, struggle, struggle, outcast, untouchability. So all these words you can use to describe Dalit literature, okay, that they have felt in their life by the society, by the different people, by the upper class people. So they have shown in their work, okay. The female Dalit writer, not first, but here the first one is Mukta Salve. Mukta Salve, often cited as one of the first female Dalit writers, she wrote in the 19th century criticizing the caste and gender norms. So remember Mukta Salve. All the writers, at least you should get familiar about. So at just 14 years old, she wrote a powerful critical essay titled Mang, Maharancha Dukh Visai. Okay, that highlights it was about the grief of the monks and the Mahars. This essay was published in 1855. 1855, remember, in the Marathi journal Gyan Okay, Gyan Uday. Okay. Then we have Shantabai Kamble. Shantabai Kamble was majorly written in Marathi 1923 to 2023, born on 1st March 1923 into Mahar Dalit family and became the first Dalit women teacher, first female Dalit woman teacher in Solapur 1942. Later served as an education extension officer in Sangli district. Okay. Key work by Shantabai Kamble, Majia Jalmachi Chitrakatha. In translation, English translation, it is known as the kaleidoscope story of my life. Okay, the story of my tattered life. It was the first autobiographical narrative by a female Dalit woman that serialized in Purva 1983 and published as a book 1986 and televised as Najuk on Doordarshan in 1990. Okay. Key facts about Maja Jalmachi, you can remember that what this work actually highlights. So Maja Jalmachi Chitrakatha narrates her journey through poverty, discrimination, and determined self-assertion. Okay, it was later translated into English, French, Hindi, Kannada, and many more languages. Okay, so remember the title. Majia Jalmachi Chitrakatha, 1986 as a book it was published and serialized in Purva 1983. English translation name is the Kaleidoscope Story of My Life or The Story of My Tattered Life. Okay. Then we have Urmila Pawar. Urmila Pawar, I have already told you, but still, The View of My Life, a Dalit women's memoir. This work is also an autobiography. 2008 original title is Aidan. Okay, this is the English translation and this is the original title Aidan. Remember, Bama Bama's work. I have told you Karukku. It's important. Translation version is Lakshmi Homestrom and Sangati work. I have already told you about Baby Tai Kamle, Gina Amucha. Gina Amocha 1986, The Prisons We Broke translation in 2008. Okay. Focus was on Dalit feminism, caste patriarchy. Meena Kandasamy majorly wrote in English. So Meena Kandasamy is a poet, novelist, translator, and anti-caste feminist activist whose work unflinchingly confronts caste oppression, gender violence, and linguistic hegemony. Okay. The major work touch it is a poetry 2006 publication, Miss Militancy Poetry. It is also 2010, and When I Hit You or A Portrait of the Writer as a Young Wife novel. This work is 2017. This is an autobiographical novel about martial abuse. Was shortlisted for the Women's Prize for Fiction in 2018. Okay. These are the only things that you can remember about the Dalit literature. The language they wrote in regional or the English, or you can remember the work, or whether the work is biography, female writers and male writers, and their work in chronology, and the writers by DOB, they should also, they can also be appear in chronology. Okay. Siva Kami, Siva Kami wrote in Tamil. The work you have Paz Haina Kazhi Delam. In the Grip of Change, 1980, author translated English version 2006, and it was the first Tamil novel by a Dalit woman. Okay, remember Siva Kami, Tamil majorly she wrote Pazhaya Kazhi Telam, and translation is In the Grip of Change, 1988. Then another one we have Anandhai, The Taming of Women, translation 1992. English translation was 2011. Okay. Other works include Karuku Vetu, Nalum Thodaram, Podesi Mandhar, and Podua Vadaipu. It is a poetry. Now I am speaking Tamil. See how talented I am. It's okay. Jokes apart. Now, Shiva Kami majorly focus on gender and caste, political assertion, and narrative resistance. Okay. Here you have to remember one thing, that she founded and edited the Tamil Dalit literary magazine named Puthia Kodangi since 1995. Okay, she was also an active feminist and Dalit activist, contested 2009 Lok Sabha election, and formed her own party Samug Samutva Padai. Another one we have, she has also won the Virtual Dalit Literary Award in April 2025. You can remember. This is latest for her lifetime contribution to Dalit literature and social justice. Okay. Then another one we have Kumud Pavde, Marathi. Kumud Pavde, Antishpot, Antaspot, Thoughtful Outburst. Autobiographical essays detailing caste and gender oppression. Okay. First Ambedkarit Sanskrit scholar, Kumud Pavde was Dalit feminist advocacy, intersection of caste and gender, and Sanskrit language reclamation. Okay. She was also born into a Mahar Dalit family in 1938 in Maharashtra. So Kumud Pavde became one of the first Dalit women to earn a Sanskrit Pandit title and led the Sanskrit department at Government College, Amravati. So this was the highlight about Kumud Pavde. Then we have Gogu Shamla. Gogu Shamla, written in Telugu. Father may be an elephant and mother only a small basket, but this is the work 2012 English translation name. This work is okay. Other contributions edited Nala Podu, Black Dawn 2003, biography Nene Balani 2011, and co-editor of Madig Women's Poetry anthologies. Okay. Her debut collection, Father, is celebrated for its oral quality and evocative depictions of muddy communities. Translated into English and German. Okay. Then one we have Jupaka Subhadra, written in Telugu. Jupaka Subhadra is a Telugu language Dalit feminist poet, short story writer, and essayist and activist from Telangana. Here is the work Ayya Yo Damakka. It is a poetry. It is a poetry. Okay. And see how the name she has given. Rayakka Maniam. Short stories it is 2017. And How Are You With? Dalit Stories from Telugu. English translation 2021. Okay. Here you can remember she established Motipulu, a women writers forum for SC, ST, OBC and minority communities and contributes regularly to feminist journals like Bhumika. Okay, these are the highlights. Here, the points you can remember, the first female Dalit writer. You can correct me again if I'm wrong here. This thing I prepared in June 2025 because the students were really confused and I researched a lot to clear this point because somehow I got also confused. So, the first female Dalit autobiography is Majya Jalmachi Chitrakatha, the Kaleidoscope Story of My Life by Shantabai Kamble. Okay, remember 1983. This is the first female Dalit writer. I told you now, NTA asks such questions, so you have to be very clear. And another pioneering work is Jina Amucha. Both works somehow resembles by Baby Kamble, both written in Marathi and capturing the struggles of Dalit women. So there is the confusion between this work and this work, that which is the first female Dalit writer's autobiographical work. And another one we have also alongside Baluta by Daya Pawar. These autobiographies are key milestones in Dalit literature, shedding the light on caste operations and challenging dominant historical narratives. So that's why I have to clear this point. So first female Dalit autobiography would be Majya Jalmachi Chitrakatha by Shantabai Kamble. Okay, Shantabai Kamble. Now here I have prepared their origin and their major focus, like theme they have majorly explored in their work, so you can get the PDF and revise all the writers you have. uh, Even the Yashika Datta I didn't mention, but I have mentioned the minor Dalit writer also because we can't know, we don't know actually, sorry, we don't know what NTA will do, so we'll have to be ace up yourself, ourself actually. So Yashika Dutt wrote in English, coming out as Dalit memoir. Okay, coming out as Dalit memoir. Journalist speaking on caste identity, birthplaces in India. Meena Kandasamy, we have discussed. Sujata. Sujata Gidla. English, she wrote Art Ants Among Elephants. It is also a memoir. She belonged to Andhra Pradesh. Okay. Anita Bharti wrote in Hindi poetry on Dalit women's resistance. Yathasthiti Ek Thi Kotwali. National activism. Here are all the minor writers included here. Okay, so you can get the PDF and you can revise. Here you have Viramma written in Tamil and Telugu, and Baby Haldar wrote in Bengali. Bengali writers one too is Alu Andhari, Life Less Ordinary. It is also a memoir of hardship and resilience. West Bengal. This work is Lily Haldar. She is also from Bengali. Bhanga Berar Panchali poetic autography. This work is okay. Then we have Maruna Murmu. Maruna Murmu, Bengali Santal, words of her own, women authors 19th century. She has highlighted. Here two writers also, Kausalya Besantri wrote in Hindi. Then we Dohra Abhishap, Hindi autobiography. This work is the first of its kind in Hindi Dalit women's writing. Okay. Then we have Vijila Chirappa, Malayalam. It is a poetry Adukala Ilatha Vidu 2006 based on caste gender margins, okay, of Kerala. I hope everything is clear. So you can get the PDF. This was the PDF from yesterday's class, in which we have get all the Indian writers and their work. Okay. So how do you like the class? At least do comment. And if you want the PDF, do subscribe the channel, join the channel, and take the membership. Thank you so much for joining, everybody. Let's meet in the next class. Till then, prepare well, take care of yourself, and bye bye.